Welcome back to the Red Crew. It's your boy Chesco. We are here with Matthew. We're here to recap UFC 300. We're gonna go really fast through the prelims, early prelims and prelims, and then we will, give a little longer deep dive. The
main card.
To the main card. All right, so now we're gonna go deep dive with the worst, with the main card, and we're gonna start with the worst fight of the entire night.
Which says a lot.
Which says a lot.
It says a lot.
It doesn't. It wouldn't say a lot
honestly,
because the fights were so fantastic that the worst fight of the night was still a good fight.
It wasn't the worst of fights. You're right. It wasn't the worst of fights. Cody Garbrandt. Can't get his name, man. No, that's not Garbrandt.
Oh, Cody Brundage. So, first fight of the main event is going to be, or the main card is going to be Bo Nickal versus Cody Brundage.
Brundage.
He came with it. And he.
The husband of Amanda Brundage.
Okay.
We looked this up on Tuesday.
Yeah. Interestingly. That being said, he came with it tonight, and he came with the intentions to shock the world. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of stock in Bo Nickal and, what he's accomplished and his abilities as a wrestler and his punching power and, just an athlete all around. And he's young, so, going against that, Cody came in and really put in some work, and he tested the grappling slightly of Bo Nickal, but ultimately it was give or take what we expected.
Yeah, it was the hardest fight of Bo Nickal's career, but still wasn't much. Let's try to give Bo Nickal a real fight. Can we see the rankings?
Absolutely.
For middleweight?
The rankings for middleweight are how far?
Let's go 15 because he's not even ranked yet.
Kyle Borrallo, Chris Curtis, Paul Craig, Anthony Hernandez, Hamzat Chimaev, Jack Hernandez.
What is Hamzat?
For sure.
Number 11.
Damn, why?
He hasn't been fighting.
He fought Usman.
At 170.
No, at 185.
Oh, at 185? Oh, well, Usman wasn't ranked.
No, that's true.
Keep going or no?
Yeah, you sure?
Jack Hermanson, Roman Dolidze.
I'd like to see him against Paul Craig.
Paul Craig is
He's good from the bottom.
I think a fight, if you want to keep pushing him and you give him a ranked guy, it's Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis, I think he beats Chris Curtis easily.
Well, Paul Craig's fighting.
But Paul Craig is a little bit more dangerous of a fight.
Did he just fight or he's fighting soon? One of the two.
I think he just fought or he's fighting soon. Can you check Paul Craig?
Absolutely.
Paul Craig, the thing about Paul Craig,
Paul Craig fought November 18th, 2023.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Does he have a fight coming up?
It looks like he has a fight coming up.
I think it's like next weekend.
See, he's fighting Borrallo.
Who's that? What's his name?
Yeah, he's fighting in 301.
Oh, he's fighting in 301. That's where we
saw
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's on that card. Oh, yeah, I was saying Paul Craig's on this one. Yeah, I like Paul Craig. I think, he pulls stuff out of his ass. And
it's a great jiu-jitsu player.
Yeah.
But Paul Craig is more of a dangerous fight. I think Chris Curtis gives you a ranking. And he gives you a ranking and you still get to push him. You know what I mean? Because obviously they want to push Bo Nickal.
Yes.
So I'm like, we'll push him, but give him somebody he can beat, but a ranked fighter, like a good fighter. Chris Curtis is a good fighter, but he's not championship level. And put him with Chris Curtis, then put him with Paul Craig. And Paul Craig is kind of like that Neil Magny, Jeff Neal type of fight. You know what I mean? That gatekeeper fight. And if you can get past Paul Craig, is like, okay, now you're the real deal. Now we can actually see you. Mm-hmm. And
he's a well-rounded fighter. He's a good striker, and he's got good grappling. Probably neither of those are going to be as good as Bo Nickal at this point in terms of his abilities in striking and grappling.
Bo Nickal's a young guy and everything. So, but you got to test him eventually. That's why I think Chris Curtis is a good enough test where you're not throwing him to the wolves, but you are testing him a little bit. So Chris Curtis, I think, would make sense for both.
Yeah. I'm not against it.
He's dangerous.
I would watch that.
Yeah. Please like, comment, subscribe. Everything's on the description, right? Yeah. TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, everything. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Peace.
Peace.